Hello, Rubber Dinghy time. It's Rubber Dinghy Report time. I'm thinking, you know how now we're calling, obviously, them Caleb, right? That's their name. All of the people that are watching
My little dingbats.
No, I've got a better one.
Yep.
The Rubber Dinghy Death Squad.
RDDS.
Yeah, the Rubber Dinghy Death Squad. So that's the people that tune in for the podcast. Everyone else is Caleb, or the whole Godsend Saga fan base is Caleb. But podcast is the Rubber Dinghy Death Squad.
I think there's room for improvement on that. I don't think I'm sold.
Maybe. Okay.
Anyway, welcome back to...
Rubber Dingleberries.
It's got legs.
The Rubber Dingleberries. Okay. Yep. That's
great.
what you are.
I do like that.
How do you feel about that? Congratulations, you're now a Rubber Dingleberry.
Well, welcome back, Rubber Dingleberries. Floating on down to the podcast. In the creek of Podding.
Oh, you're the worst.
We're whitewater rafting towards talking points.
Whitewater rafting towards my death, hopefully.
Wait, that could be arranged, I guess.
I mean, I hope so, especially with the conventions coming up. I'm terrified, Sam. There's so much to do.
So to date this episode, we have 2 weeks until the conventions.
Yeah, we have a number of days before we travel to Sydney to drop everything off.
Yeah. So this weekend,
yeah,
we have 20 hours worth of driving.
Yes.
The weekend after,
I
conventions.
have 20, you have 10.
Is it? Yeah, it is 20, so sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have another 20, you have 10. We have a week off.
Yep.
And then we have another 20.
Is it just a week off?
Yeah.
Is
I think
not
so.
2 weeks off?
7th to 8th, 21st, 20...
It is a week off.
Yeah.
Oh, grim.
Yeah. You're lucky the one after that. It's back-to-back weeks, Samuel.
Admittedly,
it's
one is in
back-to-back weeks. Yeah, one is in Brisbane, so it's not going to be too bad. It'll just be a van straight from here out to the Jointers. But yeah, that's going to be hellacious.
Yeah.
It's going to be brutal. Back-to-back weeks of
Yeah.
doing the conventions, getting everything out. Do I just hire the van for 2 weeks? No, but for like 2 weeks.
Probably not, because you're not going to need it for Brisbane, are you?
Probably will to get it from here to the convention and bump in. Absolutely.
We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
That's to be planned later, I think.
Yeah, it is, because we haven't booked that. But I'm just thinking ahead of time, depending on how much that costs, because if there's a fee for booking each time, but then the days don't really add up.
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
Could be worth doing because, yeah, and then you can just keep everything in the van over that. So, like, once everything's packed up from the last day of Brisbane, you keep it in there until go to Sydney. We just have to consider how much stuff we're going to have and how much we sell, which we'll have a better idea of by then.
Anyway, to get us back on track, let's just quickly welcome the little freak to the pod.
He's already said hello.
Sorry, my hearing is...
He introed the whole thing.
Oh, he did come up with dingleberries.
Yeah, he did. This is all...
what do we call them? Rubber dingleberries?
Yeah, the Rubber Dingleberries. Yeah, he's this is Freak Boy's here. He's our co-host. He's going to be in all the podcasts now. He's
an executive decision from Talk.
Yeah. Well, are you gonna deny him?
I don't think I could deny Freak Boy.
No, you couldn't. Freak Boy's with us the whole way. I've now started cutting up clips with Freak Boy having a point of view.
I think they may have noticed.
Yeah, so...
you can follow us on
anything.
anything.
If you follow us on any things, we cut these up into little enjoyable clips if the podcast's too long for you. And he gets like a little window on each of the clips, because obviously you want to see his facial reactions. Yeah.
Of course.
You know, you need to see how he's reacting to stuff. So.
He's got a wider range of emotion than I do.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, he does, yeah. Wider range of expression, emotion, vocal range, all of it.
Yeah.
You're a robot at best. Robots have a better range than you do. You're about as expressive as like this wall without the posters. The posters would be too much.
I've just been rewatching Daredevil to an extent.
Oh yeah, the original? It's good. It's very, very good.
Just thinking Rabbit in a Snowstorm.
Oh yeah.
It is a good name for a painting.
It is. It is very good. It's very apt for your personality.
White?
I mean, no. Blank.
Fair. That's closer to the truth.
Yeah. Or Blanc if you want to get French and include white.
Benoit Blanc.
Aw, do the action for the whole thing.
I can't say that one, actually. You know what? We'll continue. So let's get us back on track. Let's give a bit of a weekly update. If you've watched Becoming Authors, we've touched on that a bit, but we might as well do a bit of a more concise version of that.
Yeah, weekly update, busy writing. I've been doing a lot of writing, really enjoying what I'm writing. We're getting to a really neat part where I'm wrapping up Black Hand, the side novel, and after that I'll be getting on to book 1 of the Carrion arc. Which
has been planned this week as well.
Yes.
Well, mostly planned. There's still a few bits to iron out.
There's still a bit, like 1 or 2 things that we just got to brush over.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's pretty much good to go. And then moving on from that, everything's just been convention central, really. I mean, we've got 2 little new posters here with the fresh artwork, which I think look really, really good, courtesy of Jason. And yeah, do you want to...
And yeah, we've also... I mean, we spent 4 hours today just packing everything up. Labeling all the boxes, making sure we've got the right things in boxes.
I mean, you saw that in the last video. If you look at the last episode of Becoming Authors, it was kind of a chill one. It was kind of just a relaxed.
Definitely a longer one of ours, yeah.
Yeah, but it was, we're not always the big clowns and the this, that, the other. So it's just, again, we're not putting on an act. It's just however we're feeling at the time is what you're going to get. Sometimes it's more chill, sometimes it's a bit more hyped up. Regardless, hopefully still entertaining or you get something out of it, but... Yeah, it's just, today's a bit more of a chill one,
Yeah.
It's a bit more of a...
Not so much going wrong, more just focus on the prep. We've got most of the stuff here now. It's just a few odd ends that we need to grab. Mostly
first day in a while I haven't, crashed out.
Things. Yeah. And we've also had the positive news this week with Comic-Con.
Yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed, again, there's still things to be finalised, but... Hopefully we're going to be playing a role in an Easter egg type hunt, like a quest fulfilling side quest type thing, where Sam is going to play his natural born role in life, as explained to me by Peter, the guy that runs Comic-Con, an NPC. He's going to be standing there with a question mark over his head, and if you go and interact with him, you have to follow us on Instagram, and then you get to hit the punch machine. And then once you do that, you get a little gold coin from Sam's little stash, and you go on about your quests and whatnot. So that's a little thing that we got going on at Comic-Con. Thankfully, we were...
They'll be lucky to get any coins from me.
I
might swallow them all. They're going to have to fight a machine for it, so we'll see if the machine hits back. I might reprogram it.
But yeah, the again, just proving my superior intellect in deciding to buy a punch machine, and look how well it's worked out. People actually want a piece of it.
Well, no one wants a piece of it yet. Except maybe Peter.
Yeah, Peter said it's a good idea. So people are going to be forced to come to our booth to fulfill the quests, and that's a good thing.
So it should at least draw a bit more crowd to us. So I will give a positive for that, but we are yet to see the results.
Are you going to take back your initial idea to desperately try and veto it?
Depending on how it goes.
From what we have so far, and the way it's looking with the decals...
I'm not willing to accept I was wrong yet. I think there's potential for me to in the future, depending on how the convention goes.
I'll be honest, I don't see a world in which you're right to veto it. Because at least one person's going to punch it, and that means I win.
That one person might be you.
No. One other person that we don't know will punch it, I can guarantee.
I will report back on that front. I'm still...
30,000 people through the door, one's going to punch it.
The odds are never in your favour, buddy. I've won that 99 to 1. I'll win it again.
Do you want to bet on our side for once, man? Do you want to take a bet on us?
Oh, I don't know. No. Nah, we'll see. I'm more confident in it now than I was when you first said it. Thanks, still not willing to accept I was wrong. Because I'm never wrong.
Just wait and see when that vlog comes out and there's a queue of 5, 6, 7 people at a time trying to wait and hit it.
Then I will be willing to accept it.
All I'm saying, I feel like I'm owed something if that's the case. After the shit that I copped, maybe a little dinner ski here, a little bit of a snack ski there,
Good thing for me, you don't eat. So,
I will. No. I don't eat on 4 days of the week. I don't eat on 18 of the 21 meals of the week. But on those 3 meals, that was good maths, wasn't it? That was quick good maths. Yeah, it was. 7 times 3, 21, 18. That was quick good maths.
Was it?
Because I eat three meals a week.
You said...
So 18 out of the 21 I don't eat. Because you're meant to eat 3 meals a day, aren't you?
How many weeks are we talking, sir?
Each week. Out of the 21 meals in a week.
Oh, yes, okay, sorry, yes. You're saying 3 meals a day.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So I eat 3 meals a week.
For some reason I thought you were doing 3 weeks. I don't know why you would jump into 3 weeks, because I
Why
always
would I?
assume you eat one meal a day, no matter what.
No, I eat one meal every couple of days, but on those meals, Samuel, you're coughing up at least like $300 worth of food because that's how much I eat.
That's $300 out of the pot for a godsend. So
No.
you.
You slandered my name and my thoughts and my ideas. This is coming out of your personal.
I think this entire channel is slandering my name from you. I don't.
just be less of a victim, mate. Just no one likes a victim.
Moving on, and one of my famous segues.
Yeah.
I thought we'll jump straight to, because we'll quickly just go over. We haven't done a gift because we had a guest on last week.
Yeah, we did. Today's we'll decide the next gift.
Yeah,
which will be for the van.
Oh, it will be, because that'll be our next pod.
Do you want to... I mean, we probably won't have room. I was going to say, do you want to bring the cards? Yeah, but just do like a little stop-off whenever we go for like a piss break or a food break on the van. We pull up and do a little game.
I think we take the cards with. I don't know if we take the board. I think just the cards.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We don't have to. We can just lay them out on the thing. We could make that decide who drives the next leg. I don't know, like it would make it decide who gets the snacks or something like that. So who comes out on top. That could be a little fun interlude on the podcasts.
Are we making that the reward for this week as well, or is there a gift bringing to the van?
Gift bringing to the van.
Cool.
My guess is some sort of road trip snack or of the like.
Okay, I'm really good at snacks.
Yeah. Bread. Plain corn
Just
chips.
wait till I give you 10 breadsticks.
It's probably going to be shoe leather or something.
French breadsticks.
I thought you didn't like the French.
Yeah, but bread's bread.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, let's continue on. Let's do our what we've been consuming in media or books or such for the week.
Yeah, go on. Why don't you kick us off, Samuel? What have you been...
I've been a bit slack with reading this week because I've been heavy into editing.
Yeah,
which
that's good.
Is...
Attaboy. Well done. Yeah.
He finally acknowledged me.
Not as a human. As my lackey.
As a workhorse.
as my slave. Well done.
So I haven't finished any books, but I've been reading the second book in the Loch Lamora or whatever that series
Lies
is
of
called.
Loch Lamora.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was editing the clips and I saw it come up in the title. So you know.
So it's that one's going well.
Yep.
I sent you a quote from that today.
Oh, was that from that? Oh, you just sent me a quote and I was like, okay, thanks, mate.
Anytime I hear a fun quote, especially when I'm out and about while walking.
Well, usually you preface it with like a quote that we could use as inspiration.
Probably
but this time
done
you
that,
just sent the quote. And
admittedly,
I
I
was
was fully walking this time. Like I was typing.
Let me see if I can pull it up, like just out of the blue text. I will say, part of me, I do want to share the text conversation we had the other day. I'll show you.
Do you want me to continue?
You said you just sent out of the blue. Feeling like you're about to die is a good reminder you aren't yet so. And I replied, beast mode.
Certified Mr. Beast fan.
No, this is my favourite. So this just came out of this just came out of nowhere. So my last message just Saturday at 8:59 p.m. was may have help for bumping a mate of mine is now in the country, which is good. And you replied, that's good. And then I said, this was yesterday at 8:31 a.m. So just letting you know, next June we are doing conventions in full cowboy attire. You replied, debatable. And I said, no, we're selling a cowboy novel. We're going full cowboy. You replied, good, this is very good. I said, horses and all. You said, you're practicing the debate well. And I said, thabs. I was meant to say thanks. I misspelled it. Then you said, you're welcome, but also wrong. I said, no. You said, you'll be cowboy. I said, no. You said, I'll be boy. I said, no. Cowboy. You said, okay, you won't be cowboy. I said, you will be cowboy. I will be cowman. You said, wrong. I said, no. You said, you'll be bowman. Cowman. I'll be coward. I said, deal. You said, locked in. Pleasure doing business. I said, si, cabron. You said, my name Jeff.
You'd enjoy that one.
What a conversation.
What was that? Was that in the morning?
This was When was this?
But this was the morning, wasn't it?
No. I sent the message. I started at 5:56 p.m. This was at 8 o'clock on a Saturday evening.
And I feel like I came out on top on that.
No. Yeah, so an insight into, if you're wondering how the planning goes, how the back and forth goes, how we create this world, this godsend saga, that's about the extent of it.
Any conventions in June next year, I will be dressing as a coward.
You already do.
Yeah, so I'm set.
No. I think we do go the lengths.
Winner.
Honestly, I think we do go the lengths of just whacking on. Like, it doesn't.
If you don't have spurs, you won't be fully committing to the bit.
I'll get some cowboy boots, mate. That's the only thing I have to buy. So I've got I've got the ponchos, right? I've also got 2 Akubras. So like that's us, both of us taken care of for that. That's the majority of it. Also, Caleb, you gave me some jeans, right? But they're like baggy jeans, and they have like the little things on the side. You know, the cowboy tassel-y type things, and they're pretty cool. So I might wear those. All I got to get is some brown boots. That's full cowboy style. And then, you just wear some regular blue jeans, right? That fits the bill as well, right? Some blue jeans, and then just some boots as well. And we don't have to buy cowboy. I got other spares and stuff like that.
I got boots, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We just rock it's just poncho, hat, boots, jeans. That's what I'm saying. I think
I'll be dressing as a cowboy.
Because we'll be selling a Western book, and especially because
dressing as a cowman.
This will be the majority of the stuff that we have still is the Godsend Saga. But if anyone has any questions, it's because we're not going to replace the back wall with the side novel.
No.
We're going to keep that as the main
just maybe it's
line.
like a few posters or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then again, it's just an extra talking point. Is like you've got all this like Japanesey sort of Roman, like whatever inspiration stuff behind you while you dress as cowboys. But that's what I think dressing as it could be quite fun. And
that's next year.
And does it fulfill my wish to be a cowboy? Yeah, it does. But I'm not cosplaying. I'm not a loser.
It's debatable.
No, because I'm inhabiting the spirit of the cowboy. I'm not
that's
playing.
what cosplayers do.
No, they dress up.
You're dressing up as a cowboy.
I am the cowboy. I am the cowboy.
Of the two of us, I am the only one here who...
I'm so tempted just to throw the rest of my drink in your face.
Of the two of us here, I am the only one who has owned multiple cows. Genuinely. Yeah,
that's fair enough. I've eaten more than you've owned.
Yes, but have you called your cow Hash Brown?
That's kind of gangster. That's pretty cool. I really, just continue. I really want a pet cow someday. But like a Highland cow.
Yeah.
I really, really want a Highland cow.
I have the biggest framed picture of a Highland cow.
Sorry, they're beautiful. They're such lovely creatures. Especially little baby ones. Oh, I'd kill for one of them. I'd love to have a baby Highland cow. Yeah, I'd kill it eventually as well and eat it. I'd grill it. It'd be great. But until then, I'd love it. I'd really love it thoroughly. Okay. Because I'd treat it well, and then when bang!
So let's get us back on track a touch. Yeah. So I've been, reading the book. I'm, let's say, 2/3 of the way through now.
Yeah.
So I'll have a review ready for next week. Yeah. And currently it's about a 4-star. I've read it before, so I'm happy to call it a 4-star now.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not as good as the first book, but it's still got some good stuff in it.
Yeah, true.
But I'd have another review for you.
Yeah.
Now, similar to our webcomic of 2 weeks ago, I have another webcomic.
Oh, go on.
I've written down a page of notes just because I thought you'd enjoy this all.
Okay.
So this is the title of this webcomic is The Academy's Genius Tamer.
Right.
So it's basically about it's sort of a reincarnation story. The guy was a vet.
Yep.
He's come into the world of a story he's been reading. Fairly classic webcomic setup.
Yeah.
He's a tamer in a world with magicians, like a magician school.
Right.
And there's like dark magicians and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Very similar, classic setup.
Yeah.
So he's done one of those like outdoor missions with his mates.
Yeah.
But a group of dark magicians have come and fucked with him.
Yeah, okay.
So this is towards the end of this battle with the dark magicians.
Right.
He's dealt with all the small ones, or the rest of the team's dealt with small ones. It's just him versus the main bad guy.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to start with is the frame that we start on is the dark magician standing over the main character. He's losing the fight.
Yeah.
There is an amazing drawing of this dark magician with the purple magic pooling at the tip of the wand.
Right,
like it's very well animated.
Yeah.
It cuts to a close-up face of the main character looking panicked. And then the next box is just the word clang with like a blue splash effect. That is followed up with the villain falling to the ground and behind him is standing a woman wearing the Dark Magician's robes.
Right.
She is now holding a glowing shovel.
I was going to say there's no way it's a shovel.
Just you wait.
Yeah.
This follows up with a cutting to her face now.
Yeah.
And she says the line, "It's a good thing I brought my self-defense shovel my grandma made for me." That is, I wrote that quote down.
That's a beautiful quote.
It's a blue glowing shovel. It looks magical. She's just whacked a guy over the head.
Why are all these webcomics relating to you somewhat?
I don't know. It's just so convenient that the two that I've been reading in like the last 3 weeks.
Do you want to remind them of the Sam law that you can't smell because of a shovel shot to the nose?
Yes. So
Yeah.
that's what happened is I basically cannot smell. I'm not 100% sure of the reason, but the one I go to, because there's a couple possible, and this is the one I think is the most likely, is I was hit in the face with a shovel.
Yeah.
So shovels are my enemy.
Yeah.
And this woman has a self-defense shovel.
That's incredible.
I could not win a
Shovel
fight against her.
godsending coming?
That's a goober if I've ever heard one. Bit of sizzle for you to read.
I mean, to be fair, self-defense, a shovel. I mean, I feel like big Kamaru Jackson could wield a shovel. Maybe one or two of these other.
I mean, there's a video game Shovel Knight. It's around and about.
Yeah, there is.
So that was my little webcomic reading.
Beautiful. That's incredible. They all seem to relate to you. I'm waiting for the next one where the main character commits a felony in front of children.
I never receive any slander on this podcast or this channel, do I?
No one likes a victim, mate.
So what about you? What have you been up to, consuming-wise, this week?
Until today, nothing. However, today, these guys right here, AEW, All Elite Wrestling, they ran a little pay-per-view over in America called Double or Nothing. Now, the main event of said pay-per-view was one for the ages. I don't think I've ever anticipated a wrestling match, or very few times have I ever anticipated one in the same sort of fashion as what I did today. Now, that was a fella named Hangman Adam Page, who I've mentioned is the only fiction or any sort of like storytelling that has almost drawn me to tears was his character, going up against Will Ospreay, that fella. The one that his inspirations behind Eli.
Allegiance?
Yeah, some like elements of Will's early career is kind of how Eli's War Games career is going. It's a similar sort of vein. If you understand, you understand. If you're not really well into pro wrestling, you won't see it.
Yeah.
But if you know the ins and outs, like I've been following Will for a long time. So
Donut.
I love the man. He seems like such of a wonderful guy, and he's one of the few people I really want to meet one day. It's like him, Spanian.
Should have expected that one.
Yeah, those two. I don't know who else. There's another wrestler, Eddie Kingston. Be kind of maybe I don't know. There's one or two. There's like only a handful of people I actually care about meeting, but Will Ospreay and Spanian are two of them.
Yeah, okay.
A wonderful combo. Now. They have never wrestled before in a singles match, despite them both.
Who was it? Hangman Adam
Hangman Adam Page and Will Ospreay.
Okay.
The two of them haven't wrestled really in a singles, despite them both being top guys. Like, if you're a wrestling fan, wrestling's like a thing. It's like, wrestling is much like movies. Although people try to always say what's the greatest, this, that, and the other, it's like sometimes like comparing a rom-com to a 90s gangster movie. They're just so wildly different that you're going to find people with different views. For people who enjoy wrestling the way I do, Hangman and Billy Ospreay, they are like top of the top, cream of the crop, like as good as you're going to get, right?
Wow.
Like they're best in the world. If I had to count like 5 best wrestlers in the world, they're 2 of them. Now they haven't faced each other before because Will came up in Japan. Hangman kind of got his rise in AEW, then Will moved over to AEW about a year ago, and this is the first time they've interacted. Incredible story coming in. Will's trying to ascend to the top of the card. So the winner of this match gets the next world title shot. Will's trying to ascend to the top of the card. He's been here. He's been the kind of the guy on the show without having the belt. He's been wrestling week in, week out, putting on unbelievable matches, been the best thing on the card. Nobody's been able to follow him. Meanwhile, Hangman is the best story in the company. So you got Will, the best wrestler in the company, Hangman, the best story in the company. Hangman's story is one of redemption right now. I'm as one of our little van podcasts or something like that, I'm going to get Sam to watch something on Hangman's story because it genuinely moves me to tears almost. Even now, I hear his entrance music and I start welling up. That's how much of an impact it's had on me. But Hangman for the past year or two has been on a downward spiral, kind of falling into a dark place of depression and like all this other stuff. And only in the last couple of months has his character started to take a bit of an upswing. So now it's him, it's basically the cowboy trying to reclaim his spot at the top of the card while Will is trying to make, like they're both on the rise. And it's like the winner gets the world title shot at the biggest show of the year against the world champ. It was the main event of the show. The promo work coming into this on the weekly television had me gripped. There were 20-minute segments and I was sat in my chair locked in for the entirety of it. It felt so real, so like deep, so like, you know, Will talking about how much he wanted this, how the fans like trusted him with the future of the company. He needs to be the one on top to take the company to the next level because he can. Hangman saying he needs this because ever since this darkness he's fallen into, his son hasn't looked at it in the same way and he just wants him to feel proud of him again. Like one man wants it for the sake of the company, one man needs it for his redemption. The back and forth, like verbal battles were unbelievable. Like
any standout lines you remember or?
Not ones that I wouldn't do justice by quoting it, but I will show you at some point. Maybe something to react to in the van podcast. But yeah, it was Will being like, I want this. It's like, it's great for you. Look, I'm happy for you. Because neither of these guys are playing the bad guy. They're both playing the hero. And that's a dynamic that can be good, but also can be sometimes done badly. But they both come across really good in it. And yeah, Will is like, yeah, it's great. I'm happy for you. You're on this upside. It's nice. Everyone gets to see you smile again, Hangman. Like, this is great, but I'm sorry. This is my ascension. This is my time. Like, while you were off being all depressed, trying to figure yourself out, stuck in a year-long feud with this other guy, I've been making all the promo work. I've been doing the radio interviews. I've been promoting this company, wrestling week in, week out, flying from England to US, like day in, day out, no sleep, and putting this company on my back. It's my time for the world title. And Hangman's like, I can't let you have it. Like, I need this for my family, for myself, to prove to me that I can still do it, that I am the same man from 2 years ago before I fell into this spot. And it's like, dude, and then the entrances, they both had like a little video package before they walked out. Like, they both had special entrance, special gear, the fireworks, just all the presentation that went involved with it. Like, both of them giving little speeches and stuff before, like, over the loudspeakers before they came out, like, obviously pre-recorded and whatnot. Came out, my word, that was one of the greatest matches I've ever watched. They went balls to the wall, kicked the shit out of each other. Just standalone, it's probably my top 5 or 10 matches of all time. Incorporated everything else into it, it's like my top 3, might even be my favorite, because I think Hangman might be my favorite wrestler of all time. Like, I've always liked other people like Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay. I always would have said that they were my favorites. But again, the way that I'm emotionally moved by Hangman, I can't deny him as probably my favorite. Because those other guys, as much as I love them, dude, I hear Hangman's music and I get like welled up. It's because of all the stories that he's been on, the character journey. And man, again, this is a spoiler or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Hangman won after like this crazy, oh my God, just... They went back, they shook hands in the middle of the ring, which is like a corner turn for Hangman, who's kind of been on a darker path. Oh, the Cowboys kind of, it's like, he's riding off into the sunset again. Like, it's, like, the graphic flashed up at the end of it of, like, Hangman and the world champ, John Moxley. It was like, they're going to be headlining the stadium show, 80,000, 90,000 people. And everyone's like, it's Hangman time. It's Hangman's time. He's back. Like, this is it. It's his time. Like, give him the belt, let him run with it. Like, he's been denied for long enough. He's back. Like, it's the Hangman's back. And dude, I was just sat there just thinking about it for like 20 minutes, half an hour after it finished. It was unbelievable storytelling. The match was, dude, some of them, the nastiest like moves and impacts and stuff like that. They kicked the shit out of each other. Okay. And just at the end of it, it's like the feat of athleticism, the storytelling, the explosivity, the crowd was into it. It was just everything. It was just perfection. Everything that is what inspires me to write war games. Everything that was, the build up, the promos, the entrances, the match, the conclusion, where it leads. It's that inspired me to write war games. That's what inspired me. And I said, fiction needs to be written in a way like this, because it just grips you. If you enjoy combat, if you enjoy competition, if you enjoy fighting or anything of those likes, that is it at its highest point. It doesn't get better. Like it was phenomenal. But yeah, that was my review of the week, was those two, and I'll give you a bit of a look into it at some point, maybe in the Van podcast or something. But it was.
I mean, based on how you're talking about it, I think I can guess. But what would be your star rating?
Oh, that was like, so this is one of those ones where the guy that I usually go to, who does actually star rate wrestling matches, and I generally agree with him. I can guarantee, even though it's a 5-star, some matches break the highest that there's ever been. I think was 7 stars. This has got to be like 6.5. Okay. 6.25.
Breaking through the 5-star barrier.
Yeah. Like if I have to give it a 1, it's a 5. Like it's an easy 5. Like it's in terms of me as a wrestling fan, 5 stars, far and away. Unbelievable. Yeah. I'm just so happy to the Cowboys back, man. Hangman's back, and I feel bad for Will, because I do love Will to bits. But he'll be back. He'll bounce back. But yeah, it's Hangman's time now. The Hangman's back. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So. This is what I'm saying, right? Where I say you're not very good at your job. You're meant to have, as soon as my speech starts to dwindle down, you're meant to have the segue ready.
To be honest, I'm not quite ready for you to dwindle down. I was expecting you to keep going because you were still talking.
No. That's it.
Well, speaking of dwindling down.
Dwindle down your life rapidly.
Impossible.
But
anyway.
You are immortal. Yeah.
Let's jump over to, we're going to do a top 5 again this week.
Yeah. Little cheeky top 5 TV shows. Yeah, okay. I'm down to do that. You want to go first? Yeah, I just did a whole bunch of speaking. You want to? And we'll go one each, won't we?
Yeah. Okay.
Let me just pull up the old. I just got to make sure. Are we doing a little honorable mention type gig, or are we just running straight into it?
I don't have an honorable mention planned, but
okay.
I might think of one as we go.
Okay. Let me have a look at what mine are. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll start with my honorable mention.
Okay.
Now, my honorable mention is Batman Beyond.
Okay.
Now, it's a show I've gone back to. I didn't watch this when it came out.
Yeah, that's black suit, red thing, Batman,
Terry
right?
McGinnis inherits the role of Batman in the Iron Man-esque inspired suit.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite animated Batman I've seen.
Okay.
Not that I've seen them all.
Yeah.
So that's taken with a grain of salt.
Okay.
I watched this far after, like quite a long time after it was released.
Okay.
And it was after I'd already been reading comics for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
And what really sells this for me is the visuals of it. It's
it's very stark. It's very like
it's a very unique setting.
Yes.
It's that sort of like almost cyberpunk, but not quite.
Yes.
It's got those fun twists on villains where it's makes sense with how they work in the setting. It's clearly years in the future, but things like Clayface, he's like sort of an immortal being.
Yeah. So I get you. Yeah, no, it is very cool. It is very. I only ever dabbled. At an age where it was like weekly TV wasn't really a thing. It was you sit down at different parts of the week and you chuck on whatever's on, sort of thing. You know, just flick on whatever cartoon channel was on, and you sit down and watch a couple episodes, and you don't watch it again for another 3 weeks or whatever. So I never watched it sequentially or anything like that, but I did used to enjoy it.
It's also like a cool power set he's got added on to the Batman shtick. Which he doesn't have the training Bruce Wayne did.
Yes.
And he compensates with a Tony Stark-esque style of the flight, the invisibility, all of that sort of unique stuff specific to him. And it's got some fun stuff in there. I won't touch too much onto like themes.
That's your honourable mention, right?
That'll be my honourable mention.
I think mine is going to be The Penguin. I think that's going to be my honourable mention. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I thought that was a really good series.
Yeah.
I love a gangster setting. I love, be it in movies, TV shows, whatever it might be. I love that sort of Italian mobster type vibe. Colin Farrell is unbelievable. You can't see him in the Penguin suit. Like, you can't see him in there.
No,
it's an entirely different person. I thought it was great. I thought Sofia Falcone was great. That was her, wasn't it?
Still haven't watched. I'm slack, I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's very good.
I've been meaning to.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah, I know.
I was about to give away a spoiler then. I won't do that.
Okay.
But the ending, if you've seen it, Caleb, you know what the deal is. That ending, right? You know, but it sets up beautifully. I mean, look,
And you're also wrong with liking the Batman movie as the best Batman movie, so it makes sense for you to like.
You take that back.
And it makes sense for you to like the Penguin movie.
You take that back. That's absolutely the thumbnail.
Well, I must locate the
magnet. No, again, I was about to say the reason it's so great is that it ties into the greatest movie of all time, The Batman.
The second best great Batman movie.
No, it's the greatest movie of all time, full stop. The Batman.
Dark Knight, yeah.
No, The Batman.
Yeah.
In brackets, 2022. Right? That's the greatest movie, and it ties in, and apparently it's going to link to the part 2, which I'm still waiting on. It's taken forever. Good. It's taken forever, but I'm still waiting on it. You know, I'm praying that it's going to be as amazing as I hope it is, but we'll have to see. But that is my honourable mention: is The Penguin.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll jump in with my number 5.
Yeah.
And this will be a contentious one for you.
Yeah.
It's an anime.
Yeah. Okay. I've got 2 of those.
You don't have any issues with anime.
No.
But it's My Hero Academia.
Well, this explains a lot, doesn't it?
Zero slander.
Explains a lot, doesn't it?
Now, as someone who loves the superhero feeling
and is a massive pervert.
Never any.
Tell me it isn't the most perverted fan base.
I can't say.
There.
I'm not going to say. I have no interactions with the fan base, so I'm going to not talk about
the characters are children. Mm-hmm. The fan base often forgets that. That's about all I need to say.
Yeah,
if that's one of you.
They are children. It's if you don't forget that.
Yeah.
And
I think it's.
Yeah,
I really like it.
It's a really.
I
good
never
show.
watched it. I read it. I kind of checked out Batman Deku arc. Mm-hmm. Well, it's not that I checked out. It's I was up to date.
Yeah.
And then I stopped reading manga, kind of. But I was up to date around Batman Deku.
Yeah.
And I was thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really, really good read.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I found the fan base and vowed never to pick it up again. Because I don't want to be associated with anything like those creeps.
I'm willing to look past the fan base.
I can't, man.
To focus on the show.
Man. There's a lot of other creepy fan bases, don't get me wrong, but they are bad, man. I mean, I've sent you some of the content they make.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
There's some grim stuff
And again,
out there.
that doesn't take away from the series, because the series itself is really, really good, but good lord,
Something
it's
I have
bad,
to comment
man.
on with that as well is, well, not the fan base, sorry,
Yeah,
the show itself. Something I really love with anime is splash frames. And these have some of like those most amazing splash frames of just like the random stuff cut in and like explosions and stuff.
Yes, okay.
Some really beautiful splash.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I'm a Todoroki. I love him powering up.
Yeah, he was one of my favourites.
The festival using the fire and ice at the first time. That is just a beautiful scene of ice and fire. And
I did used to like him and Darby. I really liked.
Yeah, very cool.
There's a few characters I really enjoyed. I think Lemillion is it. I really liked him. I thought he was really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, again, I really did enjoy it. I just
they're all
perverts, dude. No, I mean, look. In all honesty, at the same time I was reading One Punch Man, Black Clover, and I never got back into those either.
Fair enough.
So I just didn't get back into reading manga. But, bro, it's bad, man. The My Hero Academia. I hope this gets put as a clip, because I'm putting this out there. I'm waging
you will
war
find
on
this as a clip.
I'm waging war on all of you perverts. You're despicable. The types of things that you see amongst that fan base would make a grown man vomit. Right, and it should. And it doesn't even have to be like, explicit. It's just the way that they view these characters.
Yeah, there's some grim stuff out there.
It's just gross. Like, I understand wanting two characters to maybe, get together by the end, casually or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, I like those two characters. I hope when they're older they get together. They get way too into that, man.
There's a level
way
of shipping
into
that's
that.
too far.
Yeah, like...
It's dinghy verse Big Barge.
It's just gross, man. It's really, really gross, and I think it's a problem that the fan base has more than others.
Yeah. And visuals play a huge part for my
No, it's
ranking of shows. It's stunning visuals.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the only thing I'm hesitant in terms of it being like in the top tier of anime that I've seen is I'm not a huge fan of the worlds where like everyone has superpowers or like the idea of heroes and villains being talked about as heroes and villains and not just people with differing things. Well, obviously you want the black and white of who's good, who's bad.
I do think it works to an extent within the story that is told.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. I'm just not.
Yeah, it's definitely. I don't. Other than like just Marvel and DC, there's not too much other stuff I consume like that. I guess. Whereas everyone's like that, so it's probably less of an issue for me.
I do tend to prefer the ones where it's a smaller sort of range of people that are focused on as being superpowered and whatnot.
I mean, like, our series is very small population, even though it might not seem like it.
Yeah, no, exactly. See, it's not about how it seems, it's the fact that it is. It's, like, in a world where, it's like 70% of people or something have quirks?
Something like that, yeah.
It's like, it just gets a bit overwhelming of, like, why isn't everyone joining in on the fight? You know what I mean? Like, and at that point, what are they fighting for or fighting against? I mean, like everyday society would crumble.
We do have, like, because obviously there's an extent in that world, there will be those without powerful abilities.
Yeah, no, of course. But when it's 70%,
we do have some with godsends, even though there's a tiny portion of the population that is godsends.
Yes.
And a small portion of those are pretty shit godsends.
Well, yeah, that's just because we wanted to write a comedy book.
Well, realistically, it would be the case.
Of course, but let's be real. The reason we focused on that is because we wanted to write a funny short story.
Definitely is the truth.
Yeah,
we did not just decide to do that because we were joking in the car about the worst powers we could think of.
They decided to make them canonical. Yeah.
But in considering this realistically, it would be like there are useless ones out there.
Yeah, of course.
It does make sense for a lot of them to be useless.
Yeah.
But with 70%, it's less believable how many are useless. I must admit.
Yeah.
I can concede that point.
Yes, because that's like billions of people. Yeah. It's a lot, Okay, I think it's my number 5, right?
Correct.
My number 5 is going to be The Punisher.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like The Punisher.
I read it.
I think it's a really good show. I've talked on this podcast before about how I think John Bernthal should be like the primary action star in Hollywood.
Just rewatching it now, he is so good.
Mate, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's so just electric to watch. Like,
just sells it. It's just that visceral. It's just like the visceral grunting from him. You don't get too much of that, to be honest. From stuff, and it just feels.
Yeah, I think that scene. Is it Iraq or Afghanistan where he's deployed? I forget.
I won't say because I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
It's one of those two. But basically, it's a flashback of him back there. And it's him walking, basically on a little solo expedition through this building. And there's enemies around every corner. It's one of my favourite scenes I've ever watched in anything ever. It feels real. It feels like you're there. It feels like, you can feel every heavy breath, every, panicked look, turn. It's not a dude like this invulnerable dude walking through, punch, dead, stab, It's a guy scrapping and scrambling to fight his way through, an infested enemy den. It's desperate. It's one of my favourite scenes ever. Literally, that scene alone puts it in his top 5.
Fair enough.
I really, really love it. But the rest of the stuff, I thought, just all the Punisher type stuff that he does, and even on the whole thing at the start with the workyard and all that, with all of his co-work, I just think it's really, really good. Plus, the music that they use has some of my favourite stuff. There was some Johnny Cash in there. There's Marilyn Manson's song "Killing Strangers." There's a few other songs where I heard it. I'm like, I know that one, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Just to touch on, because I watched the Born Again before I did the Devil.
Yeah, I started saying that.
Yeah.
Other people rave about it. You're probably the most negative I've seen.
Maybe because I've heard people raving about it. I went in with a bit of a positive attitude, which always disappoints me, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, no wonder you hate everything all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only be pleased if you're disappointed going in.
God, you're depressing.
No, but that had a song which I've played for you since, the choir song.
Oh, yeah, that was really good. Oh, they're really, really
it's
good.
It's such a cinematic song. You'd see
beautiful.
So much of our work.
Yeah. Really,
crazy
really good.
stuff coming where I can just imagine that playing.
Really, really good. Number 4, sir?
My number 4. Don't know if you've watched this one. Lincoln Lawyer. This is a Netflix one that's come out somewhat recently.
Okay.
I think there's like 3 seasons out now.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the actor's name, but it's blanking.
Okay.
Spanish guy.
Okay.
Well,
Spaniard.
Shouldn't have said Spanish. No, he's it's based on a book.
Yeah.
There was a movie out with what's the alright guy?
Matthew McConaughey.
He played
He's really good.
the lawyer.
Yeah.
But this guy I think plays it better in the TV show. All I can explain it as, it's legal heist. It's set up as a heist movie, but it's law in a courtroom. It's a really cool dynamic.
That seems fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's like I can't say it's the best show out there. There is a lot of drama stuff focused on, which I kind of gloss over.
What sort of drama?
Just like relationships.
I'm
there's some stuff
out.
that
I'm checked out.
I can't say it's not the worst drama I've seen, but there is just a touch of that where it's not the thing I'm interested in while watching it. I'm here for the heist.
Yeah, fair.
The legal heist. So that's what I'm here for. So there's a few elements of that which slightly lowers it down my list, but it's still a very good show. Yeah. Very rewatchable.
Sick.
It's a really good one.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's just a legal heist. It's such a fun concept. It's that's probably not how they describe it.
You know what I just remembered? I get to write tonight. I'm writing chapter 28. That's nice. That's a nice thing.
Legal heist?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'll just talk about this briefly. I don't know. I don't know if it's something that's within my head or whatever it is. Maybe I'm a little, you know. But I'm either like this or like this. I'm very up and down. I go through feelings where I feel the absolute worst, but every now and then I'll just get this overwhelming surge of just like a positive feeling where I'll just be like, life is amazing. Oh my God, I get to do this later. I can eat this tomorrow. I can go there. I'm going to a convention. So life's amazing. And I know, give it 5 minutes and it's, oh my God, conventions, this, that, the other, this, you know, I've got to plan this, I've got to write this, am I going to get this deadline, I've got this to pay for, I've got that to pay for. Then we just swing back up here. And then we come back down here.
Would you believe I don't have these swings?
No.
But that's also because I don't feel anything.
But it's not a mood either. It's like an outlook swing.
Interesting.
Because I'm not happy or sad. I just feel deeply anxious or overwhelmingly joyous.
Get yourself checked.
It's been happening like this since I was a kid. I don't really know why. But I just had it then. I'm just like, actually, I get to write later, and you know, like I get to sit in a warm bed, and then tomorrow, I get to eat one of my favorite foods. My dad's swinging by. He's bringing me some halloumi with honey on top. It's one of my favorite foods ever.
You did convince me to try
good.
That the other day.
It's good, isn't it?
I did do it with garlic and chili.
No, but that's how I originally had it.
That's why I tried it like that.
And it's really good.
It was good.
Yeah, and he's bringing that, and then I get to do more writing tomorrow, and then I get to hit the gym, and life's good, man. Life's good. Well, at least for the next 10 minutes, and then it'll be tragic again. But yeah, go on. Sorry, I just had like an absolute just peak out right there. I was just feeling amazing.
The reason I got so much done this week is I've tried a new tactic.
Yeah.
So I don't get distracted by things.
Yeah.
I've straight up set ADHD timers.
Yeah,
I sit there for an hour. I have a timer going. And I actually sit there until the timer goes off.
True. That worked well for me whenever I was doing. I think my problem is I work a lot on momentum and flow.
Yeah.
If I'm in this, I cannot pull away from it. So that alarm would just annoy me.
Fair enough.
But if I'm like, but at the same time, I'm going to really struggle if I've got an hour and I'm not locked in. Because I'm going to be like, where is that goddamn alarm? Give me sound, please. I just play the alarm sound on my phone and be like, there it is. You hear that? There it is.
It's actually worked. And I don't know why I tried it, but it...
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. No, that's
I'm sure it'll stop working at a point, but
if I'm doing something like, you know, non-creative, it does work for me. But as soon as it's creativity stuff, man, I've just learned that I need to be allowed to find my rhythms. It's just,
I mean, I do ignore the alarms if I'm in a certain rhythm.
Yeah, for sure.
It is a good, it forces me to lock in.
Yeah, fair enough.
Locks in my mindset, which has been helpful.
True.
So you're number 4.
My number 4 was Punisher.
Oh, it was too.
Yeah.
I said...
Lincoln Lawyer. Was that your 4?
Is that my 4?
I don't know. You did My Hero Academia.
No, that was your 5, The Punisher.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. What's your 4?
Oh, my number 4 is Naruto. Yeah, unironically, Naruto Shippuden. If I could forget one series, go back over and watch it again, it's Naruto.
You've said that a lot of times, yeah.
If I was at my when I was at my peak, Look, I found Naruto after I quit tennis, and I had a lot of hours given back to me that I didn't know what to do with. And someone told me try anime. And I started with Death Note, then I got into Naruto. Now, at my peak, I was clearing 50 episodes of Shippuden a day. Just eating and watching. I was
What would you be eating?
Oh, good lord. Sweets, chocolate.
Tubs of Nutella, I believe you've mentioned.
Yeah, just getting fat, man. I got to like 90 kilos of no exercise. Because I was like in really good shape. And then all of a sudden I got the same appetite. I've got the freedom of being an adult. Well, not an adult, but I was like 16, 17. Yeah. And then plus I had like, you know, all this time on my hands and free will.
Not a good sign.
No. And so I just thought, I'll just eat. The meals that I made were mwah, but like, what was one of like chorizo, salami, ham, and pepperoni with 4 different types of cheese in a wrap toasted? I'd have 5 of them. You know, just stuff like that. 12 eggs scrambled.
Yep, nice.
Yep. I used to go through a carton a day of eggs. Yeah.
Nice.
I made myself like homemade garlic bread and stuff. I just made myself whatever I felt like, in all honesty. But yeah, I was getting through 50, and then I got like real fat. 88, 90 kilos, but with like no exercise, way too heavy. I was like a ball of dough. And then I got taken to futsal for the first time with Will, and I think I was like throwing up and cramping within like 3 minutes. I was like, oh, good lord, I need help. And that's when I got all like skinny, and then after that I got like kind of bigger again, but with some gym. And then now I'm just kind of like comfy, sat around like 82 kilos, like comfy, you know, eating my 3 meals a week, just chilling, you know. But yeah, during that time was Naruto. Oh my god! The thing is, I wasn't even. Well, I was unhappy, but I wasn't unhappy because Naruto was great.
Yep.
Man, oh god, just sitting up to like 4 a.m, just like watching Naruto. It was so good, man. It was so good. Like, the characters I just grew so attached to.
You've got some bones in the background.
Yeah, Kimimaro. Like, that was the inspiration for Alistair's whole vibe.
Yeah.
Well, not his vibe, it's very different, but like the powers.
Yeah.
But the power says the fight Rock Lee versus Gaara to me is the best fight in fiction.
Yeah. It's definitely up there.
Yeah, I think just everything about it, the talent versus the hard work aspect, all that sort of stuff. I grew so attached to the characters by the end of it. I was just like, it felt like you were, because I watched all the fillers as well, it just felt like you were hanging out with them, man. It was just, you grow to really like the main cast. And just a stellar story from start to finish. Yeah. All of it. I don't know, people are like, oh, the writing, this. I don't care, man. I really like the characters. I loved what they did. What do I care if the writing was a bit, like, I was enjoying it, man. I was enjoying it. And I thought there's some really badass moments. Madara, Uchiha, you know, Itachi. Like, all these guys would do some really badass stuff, and it's just cool, man. It was cool. Yeah. What's your number 3?
All right. I'm going with Altered Carbon, but exclusively Season 1.
Yeah, fair enough.
Season 2...
Season 2's like mid.
It's mid, yeah.
Mid.
It's...
A mid literally doesn't mean bad. Mid means middle. It's like, okay.
I like Anthony Mackie.
Black Mirror made him see him differently.
I haven't watched that.
Yeah, don't.
Okay.
Caleb, if you understand, you understand.
But yeah, Season 1
I might tell you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joel Kinnaman, is that his name?
I just know him as Rick Flag, I'll be honest.
Joel Kinnaman, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah.
He's quite a good actor. I quite like him.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He needs to be in more things, in my opinion.
Yeah, fair. He seems pretty cool.
He played it incredibly. There is obviously a lot of like overt sexual elements and stuff as part of it, which are not for everyone.
Yeah.
But it's a very cool cyberpunk world.
Yes.
Very cool, like, system of...
I love the stacks. That's a really
being,
cool,
like, transferring your consciousness around. It's not your body that exists, it's your soul or...
Yeah. I thought that was really cool.
About that.
I thought that was really cool, yeah.
AI having consciousness, which has some cool elements.
The old fella at the hotel being conscious, that was cool.
Yeah, very cool stuff with that. And also just, like, manipulating the situation and all of that sort of stuff that the lead, Takeshi Kovacs.
Yeah.
Very good story, and then Season 2 just less exciting.
Is that based off anything?
It's a book, which I've read.
Yeah.
the book's kind of shit. I don't know what happened. They really made
Can't wait till people
good.
watch the Godsend Saga movie and go, God, the books were shit.
No, okay.
No, if it's shit, it's shit, man.
Shit.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say. It was okay.
Yeah.
It's just whatever they did for the show just made it like so much better.
Okay.
And maybe it's because I didn't read the book before going into the show that I have this warped perspective on it. But
potentially. You don't know.
Because I love the show so much that I went and read the book.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the same. The character didn't hit as good.
Yeah.
He just felt more empty. Kinnaman really added something to it, I feel.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that's my
Fair
3.
enough. My number 3, Peaky Blinders. Pretty self-explanatory, really cool, strong protagonist, strong male, like clever protagonist, which if you're a guy, you're always going to relate, or at least like, respond well with. I thought it was just great. Drama was awesome. The things that happened, the power plays. I love gang-related stuff. All of it, man. It was just really, really good. The setting, everything that was about, the characters, the way they played off against each other, the deaths and whether you could.
Hits too.
Oh, dude, it's really good. Red Right Hand is awesome.
Yeah.
Really, really
Feels
good.
so fitting.
Second favorite intro song to anything. No, it's in my top 5.
Okay.
Favorite is Cumberland Gap, The Gentleman.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That's a great intro.
Unbelievable. Number 2, The Times They Are A-Changin', The Watchmen.
Yep.
And then probably this is up there.
This being...
Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I forget the actual title of... Is it Red Right Hand is the title of the song?
Wouldn't know, sorry.
Might be. But that's another really, really good one. Plus the music they actually use throughout the series is, again, similar to Punisher. There was a lot that I picked up on where I'm like, I know that one. But it was like an acoustic cover or this or that, and it was really good. The deaths when they came, they hit, they hurt, they, you really got behind the main characters. The villains were despicable. I mean, Tom Hardy's one of my favourite actors ever, so is Cillian Murphy, and both of them, the way they played off each other was just phenomenal. There, like, really, really good. I thought they were great. Tom Hardy's, I love everything that he's in. He's probably my favourite actor, I'd say. Which is kind of a basic choice, but he's the thing that makes Venom enjoyable.
Admittedly, yes.
Not as a Venom movie, but just I'm happy to watch him goof around.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, he's a fun dude.
Yeah.
But you can also take him deathly serious as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's an actor that carries gravitas in some of the things that he's in, Like, Mad Max, he barely says anything.
Oh, he has a presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's plenty. I mean, I loved him in Warrior. Oh, dude, Warrior. That's in my top 10 movies of all time. It's an MMA movie.
Okay.
And Tom Hardy basically plays like this borderline Neanderthal dude. Like, as in, he's a smart, but the way he fights is just really brutish, really vicious, and it's just it's awesome.
Can I tell you my terrible thing about Mad Max? Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, when I first watched it, I must have been a dumb as brick because I didn't realize it was set in Australia.
You didn't?
No. But they speak an Australian accent like always.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just didn't click.
My favourite thing to think about it is like the rest of the world is all just as it is now. That's just what's going on in the outback.
I don't know why. It's so obviously Australia. A second watch, I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
It's like truckers. It's Australia. It's red dirt. It's obviously Australia.
Yeah. But I do like to imagine the rest of the world is just this. And then
of course.
This is just the daily happenings.
That's what happens if you just go out center of Australia.
You go out inland enough, that's just what happens, But Peaky Blinders is just stellar. Great. I'm cautiously optimistic for the upcoming movie.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, filming's wrapped, I think.
Oh, okay,
cool.
Yeah,
or at least it's ongoing, yeah.
All right, I'll jump in with my 2. All right, I'm going to toss in. This Reacher.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. Is that the one with Alan Richson or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's very good.
Yeah?
I had admittedly...
Maybe I'll start that one. I might honestly start that one tonight or something, maybe.
I think you'll enjoy it. It's good detective stuff, and it feels like the discovery's made. Like, it feels like it's discovered at a good time. Obviously, it's got good source material behind it.
Yeah.
That whole... I wish I could remember the author off the top of my head. I've read the books. Mm-hmm. Well, I've read at least one of those.
Jack Reacher, the... Is it Tom something?
could fact check it, but we don't fact check anything in here, despite you having a phone on your knee. Toss.
His name's Tom. That's what it is.
Tom, here's a good book. Yes. It's very well acted.
Yep.
He does very well. He's also more fitting with what I believe, because I quite enjoyed the Tom Cruise, at least the first movie.
He's meant to be 6'8" or something, isn't he? Not
he's meant to be a behemoth like Alan is.
Yeah.
Not so much the weedy Tom.
You reckon he'd make a good Batman?
Cruise?
No. Oh. Good lord. He's like 60 already.
Yeah, he's still doing stuff.
Yeah, no, Alan Richardson.
I think he's too big.
Yeah?
He could honestly play a fairly good Bane, just because he can play that like intelligent role.
Bane's meant to be Mexican.
Yeah, but
I know Tom Hardy isn't.
They get black actors to play white people. Why can't they get a white actor to play Mexican?
No. I mean, I usually prefer to keep to the source material, but...
I mean, there's different source material
because the whole thing
Banes,
is Bane is meant to be like a Mexican luchador, like a wrestler. Like that's his whole backstory. You know what I mean? Like the mask is
ignoring the
luchador-style
ethnicity
mask,
side of things. I think he could play.
No, that's
because
fair.
He's got that.
That's fair. Yeah,
he can play that intelligent role.
Yeah.
But also play that like hulking out side of things.
Yes. Yeah.
Assuming you do a Bane that doesn't go like mega sized like some of them do.
Yeah. No. But you want the whole Venom thing in there. You know, that's a cool element of Bane. You know,
like because you can do it like less. Like, because obviously, Tom Hardy did it with no physical enhancement almost. He was just a dude.
Yeah, but he got jacked, wore stilted boots, and then...
he was still jacked and such,
talked like a gypsy, so... Which, I know, don't get me wrong, I do really enjoy Dark Knight Rises. It's one of a guilty pleasure sort of movies of mine, where I do thoroughly enjoy it. I genuinely probably, if you ask me enjoyment, I probably, even though I know it's not better, I enjoy it more than The Dark Knight.
It's more quotable than The Dark Knight, I'll give you that much.
It's more just a big behemoth versus Batman, just like and Tom Hardy does really cool stuff in there, like the militant style.
There's some cool
the tanks rolling through, like the way he dresses with the fur jackets. It's just pretty cool.
I think a third of that movie is really, really good.
Yeah,
and the rest.
Again,
is
I know it's flawed, but I really enjoy it.
There's definitely really enjoyable moments. I will rewatch it every so often. Yeah, he plays it really well. Good detective work. It feels logical conclusions.
Yeah. Oh, I'm covering up. I'm covering up, little freak boy.
He's gonna kill you.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah. It's a good watch. I would recommend.
Yeah.
Convinced.
But I just wonder. No, it's too short. I was gonna put him like right there. Yeah, you've convinced a few people to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you convinced me. I definitely will check it out. I like shows like that. Simple, crime-based. Usually, I do enjoy.
Something very good that they do with it as well is obviously there were Tom Cruise movies too.
Yeah.
They acknowledge the events that happened in those movies, but won't redo it. They mention that it's happened, so they won't repeat that same story.
So you're telling me that he
canonically changes into Tom Cruise. No, it's obviously done with the same characters that are in that movie. In the TV show, sorry.
Yeah.
But it's
Yes. No, I get what you mean. It's referencing this same Alan Richardson. Yeah, that's really good.
I don't know if I've had any instance other like that, where it's... Because they won't touch the same story.
No, because usually they're desperate to redo stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. I haven't watched the movies. I might have to check them out.
The second one's not good, I don't think.
Okay.
The first one is quite... I quite like the first one for some of the detective side of things.
Yeah, okay.
I think the
you know what? I might start this and... I mean, hopefully, we'll have to see what I get time for.
Then for order...
Yeah.
Season 1 of the TV show.
Yeah.
First movie. Season 2. Second movie. Season 3. Technically, that's canonical.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I think.
Yeah, well,
I can double check.
I'll give that. No point. I'll just do that.
We don't fact check anything.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Yeah. I believe that is. Definitely the first movie between season 1 and 2 is correct.
Yeah.
But you don't need to enjoy the TV show. So it's up to you.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah.
So that was my 2.
Number 2. My number 2, Clannad and Clannad After Story. That's a rogue one.
Huh.
Yeah.
Not at all familiar with this one.
No. It's a slice of life anime.
Ah.
Yeah. It crushed me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Really heavy. I was very happy at some points. And I was in deep despair in other points.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get too... It's just a boy coming out of school... in the first part, and in the second Clean Out After story, he's an electrician.
Okay.
And he meets a young lady at school, and a relationship blossoms. And I won't give away anything more.
Good.
But, oh, holy hell, that changed my life. Like, yeah, I became a different person after watching it. I learned to stop and smell the rose and enjoy life a little more.
Okay.
And I learned certain... And I love that it morally aligns with me. I would have... It's also deeply impacted me perhaps in a negative way, because I always wished to live out the life in a similar way to what that spelled out. But I wasn't able to. Life didn't pan out that way.
Gotcha.
So it's taken me a bit of... I idealized it somewhat, and it's taken me a bit of time to get past that.
Yeah, okay.
And understand that that wasn't the life that, or the path that God set me on. I'm really just get over it. You know.
I'm less so if you want someone to attach to.
But... Yeah, I realized it wasn't the path that I was meant to be on as much as I thought it was the perfect and morally just path.
Okay.
But nonetheless, it gave me little things on how to appreciate the small things in life. It gave me 2 new hobbies, going to eat at bakeries and chucking around a baseball at a park with a friend.
Cool.
So, you know...
We'll have to get out the baseball.
Yeah, no, I used to go with my mate Nathan. No, you're
Yeah.
not friends with me. We used to just get out the gloves and just all summer, like that summer when we both watched. He watched it first, told me to watch it.
Yeah.
We spent all summer just hurling around baseballs at like Fig Tree Pocket Park and just having a good time. Just getting out, phones away or whatever, just sitting under the sun, maybe getting ice cream or something, just enjoying being in the present, living.
In the moment, or?
Yeah, but not embracing living like a child, but enjoying the certain childlike qualities of life. Again, just being content, being in a park, hucking around a baseball. Like...
Yeah.
And being present in that, watching the sun go down and then venturing off and going home. And it almost ingrained within me to try and appreciate life in the same way that you see often done in a slice of life anime, embracing all the little adventures and little side quests and little things that you go on, you know. Like we just used to do random stuff. I remember, like it was a very adventurous time where we just spontaneously go and do things. That's what it kind of instilled in, like I remember we just, it'd be like 11 o'clock at night, we'd just go to like a park and climb up the nets and just sit up the top and stuff of the big climbing nets, or you know, go to the Flying Fox, or go bush bashing through a mountain area and stuff, you know, like, or I mean, one time we just went on a drive 4 hours to go eat a steak somewhere that we could have called up and realized that the restaurant was closed, so we had a Domino's and came home. Just things like just going on little adventures. And I don't get that as much now because I'm so locked into this job, which, or, you know, this work, which I'm very thankful. I want to do this, right? This is my end all be all. But there's a couple of years there when I was in uni and dropping out of uni and all that sort of thing. It was an interesting experience, and all of it stemmed really waterfalled from that that show.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't really want to give away any of the plot.
No,
I don't think it does it justice.
I think that is good that you don't.
Yeah, it just wouldn't do it justice. But yeah.
Alright.
Number 1.
I mean, this is...
Oh my god, no! Oh, I forgot what actually would be my number 1 or 2.
Oof.
Oh no!
Such a shame.
I don't even care because I'll actually throw hands if you don't let me talk about it. Like, I'll actually start swinging on you.
You have pressed me out to a wall with your foot already.
Yeah, no. Like, I will
I think I can handle it.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about it. The Big Lay Show is like my number 2. No, genuinely, it's like my number 2 or 3.
Is it like actually done as a TV show, or is it just like...
It's a YouTube show.
Does it count as TV then?
I would say so. It's got more depth to it than anything on this list.
Or would we push it to another episode when we do a different top 5?
What, like YouTube channels?
Sure.
Write it down because I want to talk about it. Because that's my number 1.
Yeah, keep...
I'm going to spay you in Big Lay Show. Big Lay Show would be my number. That's genuinely, it's an Aussie comedy show, but it's got more depth to it than pretty much any other. I've been watching clips of it again lately, my word. I'm about to do another rewatch.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, go on number 1.
This might not be a surprise to you.
Yeah.
It's Arcane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily your cup of tea. Stunning visuals.
No, I can get behind that. I just think
they are incredible. Yeah. There's great story elements, cool. Like obviously, there's a bunch of lore that they've built from with the game and such, but there's a lot more that they've added to things and fully fleshed out stories, which has influenced the game, which is cool. And then there's a lot.
Which one is it? League of Legends. Yeah, League of Legends. Yeah.
Yeah, incredible art. I've always liked the League art in general.
Okay.
Even though
I honestly don't know a thing about it, really.
It's okay. There's a lot.
The visuals in the TV show seem cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Apparently, season 2 it gets worse.
The visuals?
Apparently.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of a different show.
I don't believe so.
Okay, fair enough.
They spent so much money on that show.
Yeah.
Ridiculous amounts of money.
Apparently, season 2 the show did get worse though. I do know that. Apparently, people really didn't enjoy it, or like as much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm maybe just so into the, I guess, hype of it because I watched season 1 relatively soon after it came out.
Yeah.
And it ends on a major cliffhanger.
Yeah, okay.
Which immediately gets picked up in season 2.
Yeah.
Of it. Well, like,
it's
mid-action, let's say, something happens. And...
I don't want to think of it.
That I honestly reckon that 2 or 3 year wait in between just, like, built it up even more.
Was it that long?
Yeah.
Really? If you asked me, I would have said season 1 came out last year.
Season 2 came out last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's... there's some great characters in there. There's a lot of cool stuff. Some some cool stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Very cool music as well. Like you go from like... Well, I think it was Mandarin. It might be Cantonese. I can't remember. To Denzel Curry. Like it's...
Interesting.
That Denzel Curry scene as well
yeah,
is incredible using flashbacks and reality.
Okay.
Ties so perfectly into one character.
Right.
How their powers work, which then come up in season 2.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, it's not huge spoilers for anyone, but the two characters, Echo and Jinx.
Yeah.
Echo's power is, in the game, his ultimate is he goes back in time 4 seconds.
Okay.
And they do the fight, and it's all in 4 seconds, but the whole song playing with Denzel Curry rapping, it takes a lot longer.
Yeah.
Which is visualizing it. They reverse time, and then the fight happens quickly.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. I like that.
But that flash back is also like flashing back because the two characters know each other as children.
Okay.
So it's flashing between their present selves.
That sounds very cool.
It's so cool.
That sounds very cool. I don't want to say that they ripped off like Kakashi versus Obito in Naruto, but you know, like.
I don't know.
They're fighting each other, and then the children flashbacks, and it shows them fighting as kids, but then mirroring
as
adults.
They weren't fighting as kids.
Ah, well, they were not as good then.
They had a good relationship as children, which is like because they were like play fighting as children.
Yeah, that's what they were doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were like training. Yeah.
Well, it's less training because it's like just them goofing around.
Ah, okay.
It's like the super serious, like, I've got a fucking knife now.
Yeah, but did one of the characters in the fight use the hand of another character for an attack? You know, they got to make the hand signs. He grabbed his hand, did the hand signs for him, and then used it for an attack. It was gangster. Tough. Exactly.
But dude has a skateboard hoverboard.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So is Marty McFly.
Yeah. But time travel.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah,
wait,
Marty McFly.
Hang on a second. That's what he does.
It's stunning. There's some very cool like world building stuff that they do, and then on a rewatch, I've noticed some stuff that they did, which you can't pick up on a first watch. It's some incredible stuff. It's, watch it if you haven't. It's so good.
Yeah, fair. Number 1, Sopranos. Simple as.
Should have guessed.
simple as anything.
Yeah.
It's a gripping drama on your first watch, one of the funniest comedies you've ever watched on your second watch. It's perfection. The opening song is in my top 3 or top 4 or whatever. It's up there.
Yep.
Tony Soprano, I've got a T-shirt coming with his face on it like tomorrow.
Yep.
I ordered one. I actually ordered one of Will Ospreay and then a hoodie of Hangman Adam Page. So
very fitting.
Yeah. Tony Soprano, the greatest. Chris Moltisanti, I love his whole character arc. I saw this edit of him. It's really cool. But it's just hilarious. On the second, it's just so funny. Like, as soon as you understand the drama and know what's going to happen, it just becomes objectively really, really funny.
Yeah, okay.
The one-liners, the way that the people act, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just these deeply prideful Italian mobsters going about their family lives. It's really funny. It's really, really funny. But yeah, it's a classic. It's an absolute classic. Yeah.
Well, that wraps up our top fives. So I think it's time
to play a game.
It's card time, baby.
All right, let's get the old board up.
Mm-hmm.
I will get up the old
the app.
the website thingy majiggy.
So
you want to give it a quick little rundown?
We're going to be drawing some cards from these two decks for tandems and solos. We're going to be making a faction of an ace, a second, a tandem, and a fifth.
Yep.
And then we're going to be pitting them against each other.
Yep.
With odds that we decide as we go, and seeing who wins the faction battle.
Exactly.
And if it comes to a tie, we will then pick our best two from any of our selections, and they will then do their own fight.
No, one of them has to be the ace.
Well, sorry, the ace and one other.
Yes.
And then, they will have another, fight, quotation marks, will do their new odds.
All right.
And let's go. So far, in our games that we've played together...
2-1, I think.
I think it's 3-1.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You've given me 2 gifts, though.
Is it just
Since we've been doing the full factions, you've given me 2 gifts.
Okay.
You gave me the cap, and 2 rocks and a stick.
Driftwood.
A stick.
Driftwood. All right, so do you want to draw first?
Literally look at what I gave you.
I think you gifted
It's that good. He's still here. That's what I'm saying. You want me to draw first? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think you can draw first.
Okay, let's take a little solo jobski. Mm-hmm. You want to fan them out for me?
I'll fan them out for you.
Yeah, let's.
Hiding a couple there.
Yeah, I think this one right there is speaking to me.
All right.
Let's see how we go with this.
Ooh, that's
strong.
Cody Garrett.
Think Mr. Fantastic type powers, but also has fangs that paralyze. Bit of a snake in the grass, quite literally. Unbelievably strong.
Yeah.
While he was out, this fella came around, right? Mm-hmm. These are the big 3. However, 1 year before this artwork was taken canonically, that big 3 would have featured this man.
Yeah.
But he's been out injured for a little while. So what happens when he returns, huh?
Oof.
What happens when he comes back into things? You know, you'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I actually just wrote it. It was a lot of fun to write. Ace. Has to be. Cody.
Wow.
Cody's like, I mean, he's on their level.
Yeah, it's fair. It's a good pick.
You know, like anyone else, you would be like, yes, fair. You know.
All right. Well, you found out my tandem because I'm going tandem first, as per usual.
Yeah, you always do. Why is that?
I don't know. Finish strong with the solos.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. That's a solo.
Well, I mean, did you wanna? Did you want? I mean,
I'm happy to pick it, but it doesn't feel right.
Okay. Well, put him amongst the. Let me just double check.
Yeah.
That's also a.
Mate, I think these are a couple from last week.
G was going through the cards. He was going through the cards, having a look at them. There's a bunch. Yeah.
I'll double check my deck then.
Oh, this one goes over there. Is there any
double up?
Okay, that one goes over here.
We might have to.
Is Cody on the wall?
I don't.
Yes,
know.
he is. Yeah, so he's still there. Okay.
Oh, was that another double up? Oh, yeah, there's a double up of Alistair. I think he put that other deck in.
Is there an Alistair there?
Yeah, I saw an Alistair.
Positive?
100.
And this isn't getting cut either.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. Okay, yeah.
Nope. This is going really well. Well, I don't see any tandems, so I think that'll do.
This is all tandems.
This will be sorted later.
Yeah. Give it a little shuffle. Put those in.
Yeah.
Put those in and give it a little. Sam.
What a catch! And by catch, I mean a half a catch.
Yeah.
Did any go on the ground? No, I didn't. Wow, I actually did catch it.
Yeah. Well done. All right. We're shuffling up.
Well, that was a good start, Sam.
Yeah, really good.
Oh, fuck
good Lord, Sam. All right, I think this is all the... There was no other cards out there, right?
No. Oh, there was the Grand Slam.
Okay, well, that's one of them, so...
Well, we'll see. We'll sort this out for the Vans.
Yeah.
This'll do. All right, tandem time. Oh, that's 2. What do we got? That is strong.
We're talking like top 3 of all time, little jobby.
Kitashi Hakari, Toji Tamashi.
Lightning.
Far out.
Plasma blood. doesn't get much stronger.
I have been drawing Tamashis like crazy.
Yeah, you have. You love them.
Back to back to back weeks.
Yeah, that's a bloody strong
So what do we got? Ancestor for
these two.
This one
yeah,
and this one.
Yeah, both of them.
Our two mains.
Our two main characters,
Yeah.
both ancestors. The one time they've ever been part of the same team in history.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, it's part of that faction I talked about in the last one, Galactica. You know it's damn strong when you've got the tandem as a Hikari and a Tamashi. Like,
Yeah.
it's a godly faction. Greatest that's ever existed, realistically. And then they folded after they were retired. So, yeah, I'll take a tandem as well.
All right.
Yeah, I got to match that or beat that. Because that is going to work so well for you if it goes to 2-all as well. Because you can pick any one of them and they're really strong. Please.
Ooh. Another Hall of Famer.
The Cisco twins. Now, that is a very, very tough... These guys hold more records than these guys do, right? So they use... you ever seen those rope darts that people use and they can kick them and launch them and stuff? It's the spike, the projector on the end of a rope. So they basically use those, but they're poison tipped.
Nice. Okay.
But they're related, same godsend.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Just a
phenomenally
flurry
in sync.
of
Yeah, phenomenally
swing.
in sync. The poison works like, it just drains away their opponents, kills them over time. And yet they have more, technically they have more accolades than these guys do.
Okay.
But
I'm still confident with my team, I'll be honest.
I would still lean in your favor, but it's not as much as you'd think because these guys are very, very strong. Very, very strong.
I think it is close.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the closer teams you could have picked.
Yes, I'm thankful that I like, because that could have absolutely buried me.
Yeah.
All right.
What's good is though, if we do go to the split up.
yours definitely both of yours individually take out if I were to choose either of them.
Yeah. All right, we're going this one. Wow, I'm doing well today.
Oh, explosive machete for Rodrigo Costa. Very, very strong. You know the Bloodbath Invitational? The 30 of them in the same arena, last one standing. Record holder for most amount of wins.
I think he's going to go my ace. I think it's a...
That's really strong against Cody.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
I haven't been very lucky with drawing Hall of Famers, so...
We've really been pulling out the Hall of Famers lately.
You have.
No, I know I
and
have,
the
but
guests
just
have.
in general, like...
I've done very well today.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's really strong.
Strong.
Yeah, again, a machete that explodes upon impact. So he's a very violent fighter. All right, let's have a look at how we're getting here. Let's take this one here. Oh, Daisuke. Daisuke Ito, big axe.
Yep.
Again, we have to preface, Division 1 Gladiator, so they're all very strong, very phenomenal fighters. They are the best of the best.
But of the best of the best.
Of the best of the best, he's one of the weakest.
Yeah.
So that's my fifth.
Fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Yeah. All right.
And that was a draw from last week for me.
Yeah.
All right, this is the one.
Yeah, that's the one. There you go. Oh, good lord. Oh, that's...
Raven Law.
Ahau.
Yeah.
Oh,
Incredible pick. That is an easy second for me.
Ahau.
That is, yeah.
Oh, that's... You are building a godly team.
That's a cook team. He's got the power to travel through reflections.
Yes.
Into
cast reflections and travel through them as portals, so to speak.
Sort of like a reflection realm he sort of has, which he travels into and out of.
Yes, exactly. But that's not just the reflections he creates, also any other reflection. So if you've got a large, let's say, silver shield that reflects, he can go into it.
One of the greats.
Oh, man, that's really, really strong. That's Ravens.
I think I'd still
Good,
put Rodrigo
man.
above him, especially against Cody. I think Raven
In
has
terms
less
of
of an advantage.
matchups?
As a matchup against
Sure.
Cody. Yeah.
In terms of overall legacy?
Yeah,
Raven.
you'd swap the two, yeah. All right.
Oh, boy,
Let's see what you can do against Raven.
I need a good second, man. Oh, this is the one we're taking.
Ooh.
Okay, Kamaru Jackson. It's brought my chances up a bit because again, someday he's gonna have one of these cards.
Yeah.
But he's at the end of his career right now, and again, we take this exactly where the card determines. So this is a 36 or 7-year-old Kamara Jackson. Comes to the end of his career, still very strong, still in the top 10, mind you. Yeah. So like
big sword.
Yeah. Big man with a big
fighter.
sword. Yes. Ferocious fighter.
Not a great matchup.
No, I would say it leans in your favour. However, if I didn't get Kamara, it could have been a lot worse.
Yes.
I
think it's one of those ones where it's a sword that I could travel into with the reflections as well. So it's
I'm going to need the percentages to fall in my favour today.
All right. That's
Jutsu Tamashi. Okay, Earth Powers.
Definitely my weakest pick, so I'm glad he's 5th.
Yes.
Another Tamashi again.
Yeah, you love him.
I love the Tamashis apparently.
Yep.
So yeah, Earth.
Can wield Earth, rocks, that type of thing. He's very, very strong.
Another brother to Kuro.
Kuro and Shinsuke.
Yep.
You know, big, not so happy family.
Second of that faction, and
yes. And you know, greats
like
with Shinsuke a little bit, huh?
He's like 15.
Yeah, mid Division 1.
Yeah,
so
it's
very
a
strong still. Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right.
Let's
now,
give up these odds.
All right. So first off, we're looking at Rodrigo versus Cody. Now.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty 50-50.
You reckon it's that close?
Because Cody's downfall is he doesn't often fight a lot.
Yep.
That's a Grand Slam club, right?
Yeah.
That's Aurelius. The reason he's out injured is because these two went to like an hour-long war after a faction battle.
Yeah.
Literally the same, like very comparable.
Yeah.
Very, very comparable. Rodrigo's in the same field. He's got more little weapons and hacks, which I don't actually want to get into and spoil too much. But I believe his firepower is stronger, but I think that evens out to a very 50-50.
Okay. I think I'm willing to accept it.
Yeah.
I think I lean just towards Rodrigo a touch because I think he can keep Cody away.
51-49.
Not fully knowing how you fleshed out his power, which I assume isn't a huge amount.
It's not as much as some others, but again, it's a machete that explodes upon slicing.
I could imagine him. Well, so like slicing the air explodes as well.
No. Upon like
contact.
Bang. Yeah.
Because I could imagine it being used against the ground to keep Cody away, even if he couldn't hit Cody, which limits.
I think the other thing is the speed difference. He's
he is
fast.
You know, I think I can accept the 50-50. It's it's fair.
Okay.
He could be a Hall of Famer for sure.
Oh, Cody, no, absolutely. Yeah, 100% Cody could be. All right. We'll see where we're sitting on this thing.
So what are we going for colours today?
I can't remember. That is Big Me. Let's go.
That's
1-0.
You'll need it.
All right. Now, Raven Kamaru. Current Kamaru. I'm thinking 75-25 in your favour.
Yeah.
Saying about that.
I think that is fair.
Because Kamaru is still very, very good and still very much physically formidable.
Is Raven rocking any other weapons in the reflections?
No, just the reflections.
He does have that tank ability, Kamaru, which I guess with just hits, he does have a slight advantage.
Yeah.
I think reflection paired with a weapon probably be a much closer fight. I would say much more of a domination.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, okay.
75-25. Let's hit that wheel. Can Kamaru come out on top? Come on. I need revenge.
Oh no.
2-0.
All right.
The odds are in my favour, Samuel. I just need one of the next three. And this
is
it still stacks in your favour, but I'm thinking this is like a 60-40.
All right, I'll agree. I was gonna say closer, but maybe I think they definitely
firepower's just crazy.
Firepower and range.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know how long the poison.
It's a long dart. Like it can be used from deep range.
Yeah. Okay.
Like very big range. And swung rapidly.
Swung against like a wave of electricity or a wave of.
But don't forget the case with the weapons.
they are indestructible, but maybe knocked off course or like.
Yeah,
faulty.
for sure.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, I think
60-40.
60-40. Imagine. Oh. Imagine.
Oh no, and that's a game. You've beaten the odds.
I've beaten the odds 3 in a row.
Let's finish it off.
We'll finish it off. Junsui Daisuke, I'm thinking something similar. I'm thinking 65-35 in your favour.
I reckon that close.
Yeah, like mid-division 1, lower division 1, like 25-15. I don't think it's a complete whitewash. Daisuke's still very good.
I don't know if... I think just Junsui could keep him far away. I don't know
he
if
could,
he
but
can get
it's also
close.
just his raw strength of just slicing through attacks and that sort of thing, just battering through rocks and earth.
Okay.
He is quite strong.
Fair enough. All right.
You know? 65-35. Watch me just clean this up 4-0. Can you imagine?
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine?
Every time the odds have been beaten.
Can you imagine?
Good game, sir.
Thank you.
Well played.
Who, out of curiosity, I mean, you've got to...
Yeah.
I think I would have used Cody and Kamaru. That would have been my duo. What would you have gone with?
I'd go... Out of these... I'd be picking one of the tandem.
Yeah, you want to go Raven?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think Raven can do as much against Cody. I think Cody would deal with Raven well enough.
Okay.
So it would just be the same sort of fight, and it's still in my favour based on the odds we've already set.
Yeah. I would still win because I am the king of dogs.
Based on what just happened, yes.
Yep. So now, Samuel.
But I'd be picking someone with range. Yeah, I'll get you a gift. I'm just thinking.
Van Podcast.
Yes.
Gift.
Are we, of these two,
Yeah.
who do you reckon is actually better? Because I'm not sure.
Look, it would be me, like with these guys, it would be me coming up with the answer on the spot and it becoming canonical.
Would you be willing to come up with a canonical answer?
You know what? For the sake of tandems, I'm going to say they're pretty gosh darn even because those are two of the most potent godsends ever.
Of those potent godsends, I think I just picked the Hikari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say more speed, more strength.
Then I'd probably stick to the Hikari.
Yeah.
I think maybe the Hikari... I think Rodrigo could deal with Kamaru.
Yeah.
And Hikari could deal with Cody. I think that's a good pair-up electricity against Stretchy.
Yeah.
Just molecular level shit,
I
feel.
wonder how it pans out in the future.
Little spice for those interested? A little sizzle?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think...
I'll be getting you a gift
Yeah,
next
you
time.
will be for the van podcast. That's going to be the next one, man.
Yeah.
The first of the van podcasts. Good lord.
First of the 10-hour drives.
Good lord, man.
So yeah.
We're in for something hectic. Oh man, we got to. Whoever's in the passenger seat has to like have some good stuff to watch. You
We'll
know?
prepare some things, yeah.
Yeah, that Mort from Madagascar.
I'm very keen.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. But yeah,
I've got something prepped for you as well.
good. Excited.
Admittedly, only an hour, so I don't know how
fine.
long your Mort thing goes
I don't have a
for.
clue. I know there was a summarized version that was 2.5 hours.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I do have a couple things.
Yeah, okay,
We'll
cool.
line some stuff up. But yeah. All right, well, thanks for checking us out.
No, I was, hope whatever you're doing was productive. I hope we made for good background noise. I hope you missed half this conversation because you were so locked in on whatever task it was you were doing.
But not locked in enough to like this video and subscribe.
Yeah, do that stuff, hey. I mean, I don't...
Plus, also leave a comment, you know.
Yeah, leave a hate comment, please.
Lead everyone and respond to everyone.
Please leave a hate comment. I will respond to them. I will respond to the hate comments. Any comment, but leave hate comments.
Tell Talk that he is actually cosplaying as a cowboy in a June
I'm not.
convention.
I am a cowboy.
And yeah, I guess we'll float you later.
Yes, we will. No, we won't. We're not losers like you.
Float you later.
Bye.